All right, let's kick it off with some very exciting news that I know a lot of people have been waiting for. The Dungeons and Dragons set. Now, the Dungeons and Dragons set hasn't been officially revealed, but we've seen some teasers, and there's been two new ones that are really exciting. One is the date. We're going to be getting this on the 19th of March, so not that far away. It's going to be premiering at about 11 a.m., 12 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time. I'm excited to see, because we've seen some of the leaked images where it has the dragon set overall, but I think a lot of people are also really interested in what the minifigures will look like. Are we going to get brand new molds, or is it just a modification of some of the Lego sets we've already seen? The Dream sets definitely align well with what those minifigures should look like. And then we also got a tease of, what are the chests that is a monster and like eats you. I can't remember exactly what they're called. I don't play D&D, but I know that that's a big kind of iconic piece of the D&D franchise. And it looks like it's going to be a gift with purchase, only when you purchase the Dungeons & Dragons set. It'll have the chest-like feature, but also have the monster teeth in the eyes. Not sure if it opens up so you can have the giant tongue thing come and get you, but definitely is going to be fun. I'm excited to see what they've done with this. It's a new theme, and definitely with the big D&D fan group, this will be a great way for them to build into the Lego realm as well, and well, continue building and collecting on their favorite thing, Dungeons & Dragons. Now, the Lego group had their fourth quarter release for 2023 and how their profitability and revenue and all that. And revenue has jumped 2%, which is what they expected. But it's pretty stagnant over the past, it's the lowest it's been in the past 7 years. Now, definitely the pandemic gave it a huge boost for their profitability. I mean, they got $9.65 billion in the past year, which is pretty crazy as they continue to expand, being a privately owned company. But some good news out of it is that the United States is its strongest group of people, especially because, well, everything's getting inflated and people are still buying Lego. They're actually struggling in China, which is what they've invested a ton of money into with a bunch of new stores. The factory that's going into Vietnam was definitely for that marketplace. So I'm wondering how they'll kind of fix that. It definitely is a big market, and if they're struggling, that's a big area that they need to grow in. Some other things, they're still outpacing their competition, like by leagues. So we're not seeing anything. Even Barbie is not even going to catch up. Hasbro and all those other toy industries is just not going to get where it can match Lego. And there's always potential growth everywhere as they continue to open stores. And they've talked about the stores are not where they need to change. It's not about the sales. It's just about having the placement. And their online store, of course, is going up. And they want to stay relevant. So that's why they probably keep doing a lot of pop culture things, because pop culture is just a mainstream thing. Everybody loves it. Retro stuff like the Polaroid. I mean, I have mine out and I'm still working on my own build, but everybody loves the Polaroid when they just came out with the newest one. These kids, they love the retro tech, these cameras that have 4 megapixels, and I love my phone, which has 43 megapixels, because I needed something to have a better picture of that. So it's an exciting move forward in the future, and we'll definitely see some other changes coming that will impact in this next quarter. Now, the Lego Group has also confirmed their top-selling themes for the year. There's some that are very basic that we all know. So I'll run through the list. The Lego City, Lego Technic, Lego Icons, Lego Star Wars, and Lego Harry Potter. I mean, that makes sense. It doesn't give the exact order of which ones they are, but I'm expecting that. That's me. They definitely Star Wars, Harry Potter up there. They come out with sets all the time, and people love to collect those, including me. So the themes are going to continue to grow. I wonder if they'll ever include like Dream series or any of their other specific featured ones, like Duplos will never be up there, but still, the themes kind of outline what we're going to see in the future as continuing in expansion. There's a new rumor of a new art piece This was rumored probably 6 to 8 months ago as the Milky Way Galaxy. Now, it's not just going to be a mosaic, which they've kind of moved away from because a lot of people, I think, complained that it was just too basic for the price. It's looking like we're going to get a kind of blend of what we've seen before, like the Spider-Man or the Great Wave, and it'll have bricks and pieces to build off of it. Now, they did do these images from, I think it was, not, maybe it was the Hubble, or when they, the James Webb Telescope, of what was it, the columns, and there was 3 different ones, and they only had them in stores. You couldn't buy them. I've been for years trying to reproduce it, and I know Rare's Lego minifigure has, I think, all 3 of them that he's bought from other collectors and people. But it looks to be about $200 and over 3,000 pieces. I'm excited to see it. Milky Way Galaxy is really cool. Hopefully they'll have some glow-in-the-dark pieces so that we can build out having the galaxy glow at night. Now, we've seen conflicting information, and I hate to go back and forth on it, but the CEO just recently came out when they released their quarterly earnings that they're going for 100% sustainable materials by 2032 still. Now, I've said before that they've canceled it, that they've done other things, but we're just seeing them move forward. And the CEO, I mean, he just came out in an interview and said that for us, opening stores, getting closer to consumers and really allowing them to get into stores is really working well. We have many people. Yes, people online are great, but the store, no. But he came out and said that they're trying to build sustainability. We see a lot of the paper bags are finally coming in, and maybe they're coming out with some other bricks, because there's also a discussion of mixing renewable energy with the CO2 from that they're mixing renewable energy with the CO2 from bio waste to help double their sustainability by 2025. There's so many different materials that they've been testing and continue to test, but there's hope for their latest effort to succeed. The material is known as EPOM, which is derived using new technology that combines renewable energy with CO2 gathering from bio-waste. LEGO hopes to begin implementing the new material in select sets in the near future, using it for wheel axles, for example. So this is a great way to, instead of creating a whole new material or finding it, they're going to use the renewable energy and capture CO2, because can build plastics from it. They did it with the plant sets, and I don't know if I have any new plant sets that have that, but they've done that in the most, probably the past 5 years on that. So this material is definitely going to be a good way of balancing and creating almost double the sustainability out of just bricks alone. Now, over at How to Geek, there's a writer, Sydney Butler, decided to try to build Lego through a 3D printer. Now, if you know what Lego is, I mean, most of us probably do, it has some insane standards for, clickability, strength, and it's injection molded, which is not 3D printed. And the fact that a 3D printer isn't the most accurate, I'd say. It does print well, but you're not going to print 10,000 bricks in a very easy way. First, they tested Creality C1 or K1 Max, and between 0.2 millimeter and 1.1 millimeter resolution. The thing is, it uses different ABS plastics, so there's light sensitivity. And what they came out with was the results that they did not go well. The K1 used smooth printing beds out of the box, and you're supposed to rub a glue stick all over it before printing to help with the adhesive. As a result, they didn't necessarily stick well, and so it didn't stick to it. And the bricks themselves, it did apply, but the bricks look good. The problem is that they didn't have the strength that you would see. But I mean, there's a future. Lego's already done some 3D printing with some of their bricks. I don't know if they'll ever do a mass production, because that's a lot of 3D printers they'd need, but definitely some sets that they've done for employees, and the insider set is something that we could see more of in the future. If they come up with a sustainable material that they could 3D print and have that strength, could be a good resource. LEGO 2K Drive is adding some new content features and, of course, fixing bugs because, well, every software has some bugs in it. This is update number 5. So to do the full specifics, they're doing a stargazing summit experience, so you can look for some new friends and Prospecto Valley, new experiences and challenges, skills with 9 new thrills on the go adventures, ton of XP, of course. Some new flares you can add, special flares, open world with custom rules, ruled activations, extra cameras, collectible detector, collectible magnets so you can grab all those, flamethrower, that's awesome, Reco Power, thruster, jetpack turbo, and goal carts. There's hockey, time trial modes, and I mean it's a lot. And with these, this is update 5. Usually, you get 4.01, 4.2, blah, blah, blah. So having these updates like this is going to continue to expand your world and enjoyment of the 2K Drive, which is just a continuation of fun to have on this online platform as we've seen on the Minecraft platform. So the Baltimore Orioles season is starting here soon, so they got to do their opening roster. And what a better way to figure out who's going to be in that opening roster than a Lego competition. There are 2 players by the name of Gunnar Henderson and Colt Kauser who are in a Lego competition. This is their 3rd year where they tried to build a Lego set extremely fast. Now, our friends next door are huge Oriole fans, so I'm going to have to tell them this story. I haven't told them yet. But they have done competitions for the past 3 years to see how fast they could build. And the first year, they decided to build the Millennium Falcon to see who get on the opening roster in 2022. And, well, there was some contingencies, I guess, that happened where somebody lifted it and it broke, and so they've gone back and forth in who wins, and that will decide who goes on to opening day roster. And when they've gone through it, it's really funny because they've moved around a little bit because they've traveled back from Sarasota all the way up to Norfolk and going through trying to build it in their car in a different room as they've moved it. It's really funny. So Gunnar is probably one of the most competitive people in the clubhouse and everything. Wisberg said Colton is more of like, if he can beat you at something, he's going to hold it over you. And I think he wants to have that one over Gunnar. I don't know which Lego set they've picked this year, but having this competition is just kind of fun. It's inner team play and having it built to see who can build the Lego the fastest. It's fun. I used to do that, see how fast and then be proud of it. But now I want to kind of enjoy it. But with a competition, of course, I'm going to build it as fast as possible. So maybe you'll see who's on the opening roster this year between the 2. I'm not sure. This is the tiebreaker pretty much. They've won 1 year and then the next year. So let's see who can build that set in the fastest time possible. So Lego Education Program is a huge thing globally, and as they continue to expand, they do new experiments. They have done the motor systems, they've done Lock and Dam, which it's just the tie of Lego with science and technologies. And they've come out with one of the Eclipse collection where students will come together and explore the new phenomenon, or not new, sorry, the latest phenomenon that'll happen on April 8th, which I'm excited because I'm going to go and see it, of the total solar eclipse. It's the last one in the United States, so like 2099, and I don't think I'm going to be alive at that point, so might as well try to do it now. What they get to do is they'll design and engineer a model to simulate the eclipse using motion and light principles, use a mobile observation for viewing the eclipse on the go, graph the amount of darkness and light in a month, and explain what happens if a light source is blocked or diminished, and observe all the effects of light on objects in a darkened space, and so much more. And what the teacher says, bringing real-world connection in the classroom not only engaged my students, but also helps me grow as an educator. And this is a teacher in Texas. It transforms our classroom to dynamic and interactive space while learning extends beyond the textbook. They're probably going to see the eclipse, but it's great for these students to understand what it is, how it works, and I mean, I'm a huge science nerd, and I've always wanted to see an eclipse. So it's really cool that these students get to do this. Now I'm going to have to see what they do to design that, because I've thought about designing one myself. Why not do that and just use the education models to do it from there? Super cool. If you have the chance and you're in the path of the eclipse, highly recommend you go see it. Once in a lifetime experience. The LEGO Ideas contest for Exploring the Cosmos has come to an end, and they've picked 2 winners, which I have to say I'm very happy about. Well, I just shifted my desk. If you're on the channel, you'll see that I almost lost a few things. The Exploring the Cosmos, they've come up with 2 grand prize winners. One is the base build with Myco Rail Command Center by Falcoric, and then the vehicle build is a moon car by Enchanting Noodle. Well, I'm a huge monorail fan, and they did the classic monorail in the space series way back when. It's really cool. It's cute, and I'm hopefully they'll come out with it. I mean, it's a monorail. You can't not come out with the monorail once you've chosen it, of course. And the car, the moon car, looks just like something you'd seen in Star Wars, but retro. And you've got astronauts with helmets on and a light on the surface of the moon. Definitely love gifts with purchase. These 2 are going to be excellent. Probably come out later this year when we talk about one of the rumored sets that are that's on the way. And speaking of that rumored set, it looks like we're going to get the Ares 1 rocket. Now, we've already had the Apollo program, space program rockets, or the Saturn V. This is the next adventure for LEGO, moving into the cosmos, or moving into, with LEGO going to the moon and NASA going back to the moon. I got the opportunity to see the Ares 1 launch. They're moving into the Ares 2 and 3. 2 will be around the moon. 3 will be landing back on the moon, which is crazy to think. We've been gone since the 1960s, and to head back and it looks great. I mean, I can't wait to see this set, because they've done it a little bit before in the City series, but this will be more detailed and maybe have a launch pad with it. The expected price is $230, and as I said, with those gifts with purchase, probably going to get one of those when this releases sometime later this summer. Legoland Florida has opened their latest themed area, and it is Ferrari. You know, it seems to pop up a lot as they continue to expand to different Lego lands around the world. We saw Billund just open. This is the first one that is open in the United States, and California might have it, or New York, honestly. But it's a new one for Legoland Florida. It says Lego Ferrari Build and Race isn't like any other attraction we have here at Legoland Florida Resort. It celebrates the global popularity of Ferrari and F1 racing while challenging everyone to imagine, build, and race the Lego Ferrari themed car of their dreams. So the experience has a race car area, virtual racing, and digital track. They can also customize a car's engine size, tire specs, and power and aerodynamics in that. The interactive experiences help to continue to expand the understanding of how technology can blend in with Lego as well, and give that creativity past just the brick. It does come with this life-size Ferrari. It does come in a life-size Ferrari 296 GTS model to add on to the display collection there. So if you haven't been to Legoland Florida, they also, as I've now remembered, it's in Billund, and the UK have this experience. So you can get down there and enjoy this experience of driving your own Ferrari. So this week it was expected, and we might see, I'm still rumored here, that we're going to get a release of what we're going to see for May the 4th. Now, we saw some of the MIDI scale sets already being revealed for Star Wars this beginning of this month. So what are we expecting? And rumor is we're going to get the buildable droideka, which is the ball-like droid, which super excited. I love that. They did the Technic version way back when. We're also going to get the Pod Racer diorama set, because we haven't had a diorama yet. We've had the midi-scale ship, so likely to see that one. I guess you can count the Tantive 4 as a diorama set. I don't, because it's a hallway scene, and they've done that already before. Maybe we'll see the Ultimate Collector series. I mean, we're approaching April, so they like to release about a month out so everyone gets the anticipation of going. And another big one that is rumored is the Dark Millennium Falcon. So I don't know what the color is. Are they going to do? They're going to do a white Darth Vader, maybe an evil Han Solo. An evil Luke would be cool, or Rey, because the double lightsaber. So just expecting at least a few sets to be revealed either this week or next week in anticipation of the launch in May. Gift with purchase also. So stay tuned. Star Wars continuing to grow, as it is one of the top themes this past year, and will probably continue to be for the foreseeable future. So Lego Fortnite has added kits to their builds now, where you can just buy the specific buildings you want and add them to your village. Now, there's a total of 2 right now. The Beachside House, which is 7 builds with 44 different items also included. 3. Burger Bar, which is 3 builds with 41 items. And Lion Knight's Castle, which is 10 builds with 64 items. And they look really cool. I mean, as you can see the pictures here of what we're expecting. The beach houses are elevated and you can put them on your beach. And then there's the castle, and the burger store is like a 2-story burger area. But they're going to cost money. In the V-Bucks, you're looking at 1,900 and 2,500 V-Bucks. And with 1,000 V-Bucks costing $8, for all 3 kits, you're looking at $44. And there's some backlash. There are people that have tweeted at Fortnite saying that, like, you know, this is crazy. Why does everything have to cost more money? And I mean, Epic Games is what, an $8 billion more plus company now. So people aren't happy that it's going to spend money. But guess what? People will spend money because they think they're cool. And some comments, one from Bifrost Studios, it says, missed the mark here a bit. LEGO players already feel like the game was neglected and lacked in content. This kind of announcement shouldn't be made in an already dissatisfied player base. So there's also the dissatisfaction that LEGO people want some other corrections before this. They're just coming out with this like, hey, buy this stuff, even though the playability and some of the game features are not what you're looking for. So instead of updating that, we'll release this. So I don't know if they're going to fix that or continue just releasing more things that you can purchase. So I don't know. Good luck for everyone out there that continues to play this game, and maybe we'll see some other changes coming soon. There's a rumored Technic set, Technic 42177, the Mercedes G500 4x4. It's rumored for this summer. That's the G-Wagon, my wife's favorite car, and it looks like a giant box, but it is luxurious. I don't actually remember. It's probably about $90,000 to $100,000. And who knows exactly what color we're going to get. Probably something a little ostentatious. Gray is not going to be the standard, or silver. Probably, I'm going to guess red or like a lime green would be interesting. The set is expected to come out on August 1st, almost $250. So it could be a large-scale set. And Technic supercars have been the feature. I'm not expecting this to be classified as a supercar. Likely to see a McLaren this year, since they have so many McLaren sets, just not the supercar yet. Yeah, so if you're a G-Wagon fan, look out for this Technic set. LEGO Ideas has a new competition where it's an 80s building competition. And it's to build your favorite theme from the 80s, but you can't base it on an existing IP, which, if you know, there's some of them. What they've listed is Tron, Indiana Jones, and Seinfeld, and a few others. But they didn't list something that Brick Fanatics called out, E.T. In the LEGO Dimensions set, they came out with an E.T. minifigure and the little cell phone that you could use during the game. And we've seen a ton of builds of E.T. go through LEGO Ideas with 10,000 votes, and guess what? Doesn't get produced. Not sure what happened there. They used to have the license, or something just didn't work out. Maybe we'll get one this time of it riding through the air on the bike and bringing back the figure of E.T. I believe I have the Dimensions set, and I've been looking to build an Atari game, because it's one of legends to have the E.T. game. just comes down to artistic work, which I have none. I have building. Graphic design is not my strong suit, and having the cash to have the right people do it definitely takes a minute to figure out. But looking forward to seeing what these 80s builds are, because there's so many other themes that have come out of the 80s that I think will be great for Lego builds. Lego Windsor has been working on their roller coaster, which is the first time in Legoland that will have a large-scale roller coaster. And the date was released for when it'll open on March 29th. You can go over to Legoland Windsor and get to ride the ride. You ride around the largest minifigure ever built and get to enjoy a roller coaster. I mean, who doesn't love roller coasters? Like, Disney is amazing. I'm a huge Disney fan, but the roller coasters are lacking compared to Universal, which is crazy ones. So this will be the first time we'll see one at Legoland, which probably we'll expect some more in the future here. So not only younger kids, but a little bit in the older age groups can enjoy that, as well as parents. I mean, I love a roller coaster. I'd just go to ride that myself. It's the Easter season, which means it's time to get some builds done of the Easter theme. We're going to talk about two. First one we're going to talk about is an in-store build with some brick pieces that you're going to find on the pick-a-brick wall, and then of course just the instructions that you can get these bricks. Starting March 23rd, you can head over to your Lego store and you're going to have this little chick. The little chick is in an egg which has hatched with a little chick coming out of it. Very basic build, but it's super cute. Like, they did a great job with just the piece count, not looking to be over 40 pieces. So for the weekend of the 23rd and 24th, head over to a Lego store to do this build, get those fun pieces, and you can even just upload. They'll probably be uploading instructions so you can build that just by buying some of the pieces. The Lego minifigure factory is live in the United States. There was tests done in the UK, and I believe they might have brought it to the United States for a little bit, but then they kind of stopped. But now it's back. And what you can do is you can go online, you can build your own custom minifigure where you put your own art on it and have the pieces that you want. And once you've created, give it as a gift for yourself or to somebody else of that minifigure. And what is fun about it is having that creative style to add your own art. I would love a Back to Brick logo one, so I'm probably going to do that, or specific custom ones that I've thought before. Not sure if there's specific legal aspects to it, if you want to build something, Star Wars related or anything like that. Piece selection is not going to be rare pieces, but you can go on the Pick-a-Brick website, get a couple of them if you want to make a Captain Cody, because you got the Pavel or whatever it is, the little shoulder piece to it. You can have that and add it to your own custom minifigure. So you can head over to the Lego Minifigure Factory. I'll put the link in the description. You get a total of 6 pieces, and it's going to cost you $12 plus shipping. But hey, you get your own custom Lego minifigure. What more could you ask for? Another of the spring sets is going to be set 40682 Spring Garden House. As a gift with purchase. This one has a little bunny figure that you can build and an Easter egg home. There's even a little tiny chick to it. The set is a 6+ set, and it doesn't really have that much detail to it, but I will say the colors are great. They've got bright yellow, the light turquoise, a bright light blue, pinks, and it's even layered like you would if you dyed an egg. Inside, there's a little egg painting section and collection bucket. It's cute. It's nothing that you need to run out for a gift with purchase. Definitely, as I talked about some of the other ones, personally, they're better. But Easter is always a fun way to have the young kids build together. And at 6+, that's not bad. My nephew's 6. The problem is attention spans. Attention spans are so short. I mean, mine is super short, but his is insane. He sorts half a bag and then he's done. He's not going to build. Love him to death, but we got to get that up so you can build some more, because at that age I was definitely really focused on that, building a lot out of the bag. Anyways, it's an interesting set. The building techniques are nice to it, having the egg shape to it, and the colors are really cool. Lego Aldi's is selling Lego sets, and Aldi's is selling some retired ones, such as some Lego City ones, the classic neon color brick pack, all at a reasonable cost of about $18, and that's about 330 pieces for that amount is not bad. And if you find them, always try to get them. They're going to be about $4, $5 off compared to Lego store. You won't get the points, but hey, a little bit of discount is always nice. Over the past weekend, Mario 10 or Mario Day was officially going on, and there were some Lego things revealed. Two specifically, we got two new sets. We've got the King Boo's Haunted Mansion as a kit where it's got, King Boo, of course, and different features to it. They came out with an 8-minute video describing these and a couple other things. We get a battle with Roy at Peach's Castle. So Peach's Castle has Toad in it, and it's got some other smaller features. And remember, these are all playable, specifically designed for the Mario theme set. And then the bigger one is a Bowser's Express Train, which they have a Bowser in the front, and I mean, really well done for the piece size. And a couple of the other features, including some of the characters. It's got a rocket launch piece, and it's based on one of the games. I actually don't know which one, but the train is really cool. Definitely something that it's the biggest one at 1,392 pieces, $120. But the biggest reveal of the day, well, I guess teaser, because they didn't really reveal it, was Mario Kart, which I had put in a video on YouTube saying that that's what I expected from this event. They teased it with flashing lights and kind of just the silhouette of a Mario Kart built out of Lego. Now, the question is it digifigure or is it minifigure? Is it remote control? There's so many different aspects that we don't know yet, and it won't be revealed until 2025. So they're teasing it. I mean, they're playing the long game here, and they're holding on to a lot of us that really want it. There's even rumors that we're going to get minifigures finally. So, I get it. They have the deal with Nintendo. They have the deal with Nintendo. So why rush everything out? So they continue to extend it out as far as they can with minifigures. I mean, you're going to get a collectible minifigures, winner. You're going to do it. The Mario Kart remote control, you're going to knock it out of the park if they do that. If they don't, and they just have the buildable style that you can play around with, that's cool too. I'll get at least one just because Mario Kart is classic, and they can expand it to different worlds, different tracks, so many other things. So very, very cool. Mario is doing a great thing on Nintendo, continuing that expansion as well. I talked about it, kind of. I didn't really talk about it because last week I was out of town, but for the 85th anniversary of Batman, they're doing the Gotham City skyline, which is a large-scale set for an art piece. It's three-dimensional. It's got the cool Bat logo and kind of the old school where it's got the red background theme in the city. It does come with 4 minifigures, but in 4,000 pieces, but it's $300. You got to really love Batman to get something like this because it's cool, but it's not the Batmobile. It has some figures that are they're cool, but nothing that screams I have to get those minifigures. So for me, it's a pass, but a lot of people love Batman and definitely gonna be like, oh, gotta get this one. Lego Play Unstoppable has come out with a new, I guess, what would you call it? Pitch, talking about ditch perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect Lego. They even say when they build Lego that it takes multiple iterations to get what they want, but it doesn't mean that next year they don't want to redo it because there's so many new bricks or different styles that they didn't think of. So the Unstoppable campaign is continuing to show that, like, hey, you can be who you want to be. There's perfect, cute, beautiful, all common attributes of girls because this was specifically for the female range of builders that you don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. That's the whole point is there should be no stereotypes about it. Just enjoy what you want to build. You don't have to build based on that stereotype. And everyone is meant to just have an imagination. Build unstoppable and ditch the perfect. And that's your breaking news this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a lot. I'm glad that you stuck around to listen to this. And, make sure to subscribe to the podcast, and the Instagram, Back to Brick 2, and our YouTube channel, Back to Brick. But now we're going to move right into our set review. As I said, set review was 76919 2023 McLaren Formula One race car. Now, the reason I chose this is because, McLaren's big, and we just talked about it in the race vehicle. We already saw one that came out for one of the famous drivers. I'm terrible at F1. But this one is cheaper. It's a 9+ set of 254 pieces, 175 insiders points, and has a review of 18 reviews at 4.5 stars, and it's $27. You get a McLaren minifigure racer, so it has a tiny little decal on the shirt. The McLaren itself has a beautiful design, similar to what we've seen in most of the McLaren sets, but it's orange and black, some other details. Just going to be stickers at this cost. They're not going to be printed pieces. The cockpit is open with a cool Technic piece or like a flex piece in the front to create that rounded feature to it. At that piece count and cost, I mean, it's comparable. And for a McLaren, if you want to get this instead of some of the larger sets, it's nice. It's a buildable minifigure scale one that you can have. I would say the tires are a little off. They're a little too small, especially because the Formula Ones have the larger scale back tires. But hey, they're going to put 4 tires in there. They're not going to put two sets of different, a set of different tires in each. But the design techniques are great. They've done some nice piece counts to it or parts use. So I would say, yeah, get this. It's really well done. The bigger ones are great. Definitely would recommend those too. But for the price, I cannot pass this up for you. And I have a link in the description where you can go purchase that and support the podcast at the same time. And then I'm doing a new one. This one is our Temple Escape with the for a mock review from Rebrickable. It's by Grab a Beer and Lego Brick, which I'll put it in the description. But it shows from the Mando Season 3 of Baby Yoda, or as we know, Grogu, is escaping from the temple. It's a diorama style, so you have the speeder with the side compartment. You have the temple escape is called from the episode 20 called The Foundling, and as he escapes, and there's some details of the road, and there's a trooper shooting at them. I really like the design that they put in, and it says everything's got to be all right. Everything's going to be all right, kid, is what the master Jedi Master says as he's getting him out of there. Now, do we know what happened to that Lego Master? Maybe we'll see that in Season 4, but the design is well done. The piece count is not super high. I think we're looking at a total of about 1,000 pieces, so it's higher end. I mean, 1,000 pieces, think about, it's going to be about $200. So if you like it, you can purchase this. There's only a couple special ones, so it might not cost as much, but minifigures always cost a little bit more too. And you can purchase it for €7.50, which is around $9-10. So I hope you like this. Give me a comment if you do like the mock reviews. And well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. Make sure to subscribe if you want to become a patron or Lego stud. Come on over, and I'll catch you next week. I'll leave you, as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.